That's right, baby. The knockout punch. Sounds good to me. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health, welcoming you to the second hour of today's program, where we pull back the curtain on all things medical and to tell you the pros and cons of what's really going on with a dramatic emphasis on science-based, clinically verified, holistic medical therapeutics that you have never even heard of before and desperately need to. We're suffering needlessly all around the world simply for lack of information, right? We cleaned up the water supply, figured out how to develop adequate sewage, figured out how to control food production more or less, and by doing those three simple things, doubled human lifespan. Well, our position is if you, in addition to doing those three things, eliminate foods that are hurting the body and nutrify the body appropriately every day with the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for body weight, you will go a long way towards getting your health back. You have no idea of your body's ability to fix itself. And if you hang out with us long enough, you will see testimonials that will bring you to tears and then fill you with righteous indignation. Because honestly, when you drill it right down to the nitty-gritty, you have been played by the pharmaceutical industry. Your health has been compromised by money. You know, there's nothing wrong with making money, but there is a problem with making money on the backs of human suffering. It's a big, bad voodoo daddy, and we need to put an end to it right now. Denise from Utah wants to finish up a blood sugar conversation. All right, Denise, so you got the Ultimate Classic Pack. Do you have one or two of those?
I have 4. I take 2 a month, 2 bottles a month.
Okay, all right, so tell me how you do that. Tell me how you take each dose.
I've been taking 1 ounce in the morning and 1 ounce at night.
Of the dinner. Ultimate Classic?
With meals.
Of the Ultimate Classic?
Yeah.
Okay, you shake that up and you just take a shot, or do you dilute it with water, or what do you do?
I take a shot and chase it with something better.
Yeah, okay, so you just take everything right down. Now, since you've been doing that, has that given you constipation, gas, or diarrhea?
I have gotten diarrhea, yes.
Okay, so then what would be a better strategy is to mix the Ultimate Classic with something liquid. You're diabetic, so I wouldn't recommend doing it with fruit juice, right? So water probably is your only option. Or some type of liquid that's been sweetened with a non-glycemic index sweetener like stevia or xylitol, right? I don't know if you can find one of those.
Yeah, I use stevia.
All right, so I put it in some water, and instead of slugging it right down, I drink it slowly over the course of 30 minutes each time you did it.
Okay.
All right. Now, how many EFAs are you taking? EFAs are part of this program as well. You should be doing it about, in a perfect world, I'd see you doing 12 EFAs a day. How many are you doing now?
Oh, no, I was only doing 3.
You're doing 3. Yeah. So EFAs are essential to blood sugar metabolism, right? So, and at 215 pounds, a good start for you would be a minimum of 6 a day. 12 would be better for the first month, but whatever floats your boat, you want to at least be doing 6 of those a day, and those you can do with meals, okay, with meals. All right, what about the sweeties? How much of the sweeties are you taking?
I'm taking 9 of those a day.
Okay, so how many are in a bottle? Are 120 sweeties in a bottle? Do you know off the top of your head, or is it 90?
I thought it was only 90, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it might be 90. I can't remember either. So, and you're doing 9 a day, so you go through 3 bottles in 1 month?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a good place to start. 9 a day of those is good. You just need to increase the EFAs. And are you doing selenium as well?
I am. I was only doing 5, but I've gotten enough, so I was going to do at least 6, if not 9.
9 would be better for you. 9 would be better, and if you take that with the sweeties, you'll get more bang for your buck there. So just increase the selenium to 9, raise the EFAs either to 6 or to 12. 12 would be optimum for a month or 2, and that should do the trick. And also, right, medical nutrition, no matter which way you slice it, needs to be painless, right? If we're doing an essential medical nutrition intervention, then there should be zero side effects. No constipation, no gas, no diarrhea, no heartburn, no nightmares. You don't grow an 11th finger, right? Nothing bad should happen. And when things bad do happen with longevity stuff, 99% of the time you're taking too concentrated a dose too quickly. So, you need to give your body a little bit of you need to pour that stuff in a little more slowly and give your body time.
I'm good with that because it's not very good anyhow.
I know, right? And I don't know why you started with that. I think you got bad advice there. But there is, you might want to call the company because there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you could ostensibly send the Ultimate Classic back and trade it out for Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, which would be a better thing for you to do.
Okay, and that is... What's the difference between the two?
Oh, my God, is a gigantic difference. See, the Ultimate Classic, the Ultimate Classic was the first iteration of Youngevity's medical nutrition. And that was the stuff that Dr. Wallach rolled out 17 years ago. And, it's called the practice of medicine for a reason, right? Because we gain in knowledge and technology gets better and we change and make things better. So the next generation of that supplement was called Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And then the next generation of that supplement is Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. So the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the tip of the spear of Youngevity's medical nutrition interventions. And so in a perfect world, at 215 pounds, every month you would be doing 2 healthy blood sugar pack 2.0s, healthy blood sugar pack 2.0s. And if you go into the Youngevity website, you can just pull that product up and look at it and compare it to the Ultimate Classic. But I'm telling you, it tastes good. It actually tastes good. The Ultimate Classic tastes like, I don't know what. It tastes like, ground up worms that have been inside a garden hose for 2 weeks. It's horrible tasting stuff, right? It is. Let's be honest, right?
It's really bad, yeah.
I know. So, you get the gold star, girl, for drinking that stuff. And you know what's funny? It's kind of like, that old saying, one man's ceiling is another woman's floor, right? I'm around thousands of Youngevity people a year, and every once in a while someone will come up to me and they love it. They love the Ultimate Classic. They actually love the way that it tastes. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you must have an alien implant or something. I don't know what's going on with those people. But
it's pretty bad stuff.
Yeah, I would switch it out if I were you.
Okay.
But in the meantime, mix it with something to make it more palatable and drink it a little bit more slowly, okay?
Okay, so that 30 minutes is before a meal or just like right before the meal?
Doesn't matter. As long as the meal does not contain phytates.
Okay.
Okay? And that's easy.
Thank you so much.
You can figure that out. Well, hey, Denise, you can thank me after it works. I appreciate your trust, though, and I appreciate the phone call. But more importantly, I appreciate your open mind. Number one, to be able to understand that in this case, the MDs had nothing for you. And then being smart enough and brave enough to try to figure it out for yourself. You actually took your health into your own hands. And that's a gigantic step in the right direction. That's a gigantic step in the right direction. If everybody did that, if everybody had the same mindset that you have, everything would change in this country, and it would happen in less than a year. So keep up the good work. Call me every month or so and give me a report because I'd really like to see this dialed in for you. I appreciate it very much. Thanks so much. Brett from California is up next, I think, with a question about narcolepsy. This is one of my favorite subjects to talk about. Hey, Brett, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, how are you doing today?
Great. Narcolepsy, man, who's got it? Is it you or is it somebody else?
No, it's a friend of mine. Her name is Jackie. I tried to have her on conference. I think we lost her.
No,
yeah, it's okay.
I'm here.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
Jackie, narcolepsy, what a horrible illness, man. So you just fall asleep at the drop of a hat? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I don't sleep deeply at night, so my body takes sleep where it can.
Yeah, so have you ever just fallen asleep driving the car or walking down the street or how does it happen for you?
I can tell when I'm about to fall asleep, so if I'm driving, I'll pull over. And I know when I'm going to get sleepy so I don't take unnecessary risks.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's a horrible illness. I mean, because you kind of feel like you're just dragging through life, and it's ironic, right? Because you're so flippin' sleepy all day long, and then at nighttime, you're not. It's nuts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. How long has it been like this?
I was 28 when I developed it.
Well, how old are you now?
46.
Yeah, so you've been dealing. All right, so ladies and gentlemen in the listening audience, Jackie has been dealing with a chronic debilitating illness for 18 years. And the MDs have had nothing for you, right?
Well, they did recommend stimulants, which are distracting for me. I know, but they've also given me a great sleep medicine, which has given me some of my power back, and I love it. And
is it Lunesta?
I want to be the person. No, it's Xyrem.
Oh yeah, okay. So all right. So understand, right? Or from our point of view, I mean, I don't know how much exposure you've had with us, but it's not the drug, it's how it's used. We don't have a problem with drugs. I can prescribe drugs. 6 or 7 states in the U.S., I can prescribe drugs. It's not the drug, it's how it's used. It's not the gun, it's how it's used. So, but in this case, when the MDs are prescribing this drug, the intention of this drug is not to fix the problem. The intention of this drug is to force you into a state of sleep. Right? It's a hypnotic drug. It's kind of like...
Yeah. And Doctor, I would love to not take it. It gives me my life, but what I want is to be the person I was born to be, and that's why I'm here.
Right.
I'd love to let go of this stuff, so I just want to fix the underlying problem.
Great. Well, you've come to exactly the right place. No kidding, this is one of my favorite subjects to talk about, because when we fix this for people, it is so unbelievably dramatic, man. It's awesome. Stick around with me, could you please? We've got a hard break coming up. I'll pick you right up on the other side of the commercials and dial it in for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Glidden, and this is Fire Your MD Now. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here. We are talking to a woman from California with narcolepsy. And forgive me, I forget the first name. Remind me.
Jackie.
Jackie. Okay, Jackie. So how much do you weigh?
150, 155. I'm 5'11".
Okay. So from our point of view, narcolepsy is caused by a blood sugar metabolism problem. And, the same way that when the gastrointestinal tract gets inflamed, there are varying stages of it, right? You can get heartburn, you can get esophageal reflux, you can get GERD, you can get irritable bowel, you can get colitis, you can get Crohn's disease, you can get inflammatory bowel disease. And they're all more or less the same thing, just worsening and worsening and worsening iterations of it. Well, it's the same with blood sugar. Depending on how bad your body's metabolism of blood sugar is, there are a number of different illnesses that the professional medical community has described, which kind of are indications of how far down the bad blood sugar road we've gone, right? So there's metabolic syndrome, there's syndrome X, there's pre-type 2 diabetes, there's narcolepsy, there's frank type 2 diabetes, and so forth and so on. Now, from our point of view, it doesn't really matter what you call it. All that we really have to do is understand the pathogenesis of it and what to do to support and promote your body's ability to get on the other side of it. So, you need blood sugar support. And it's, interesting, right? But blood sugar, in order for your body or my body or anybody's body to properly metabolize blood sugar, there are 90 essential nutrients that it needs. But the 90 essential nutrients that it needs to metabolize blood sugar are not present in the food. They're just not. So it's only a matter of time until your body or my body or anybody else's body runs out of certain nutrients. And when they run out of certain nutrients, then something breaks. So in your case, it's a blood sugar metabolism issue. That's kind of the weak spot in your in your body's makeup. Everybody has weaknesses. Some people it's their blood sugar, some people it's their heart, some people it's their bones and joints, right? Everybody's kind of got built-in weaknesses that they have, in fact, inherited. So you need blood sugar support. And it's a relatively easy thing to do. So and this is a two-pronged strategy. So number one, we need to provide your body with the raw materials that it needs to properly metabolize blood sugar. And number two, you need to stop eating food that's hurting your body's ability to absorb nutrients. So we've identified 10 foods that everybody needs to avoid, whether they're in perfect health or not. And perfect health is a misnomer. There's nobody that's in perfect health unless they've been brought up inside of a female reproductive tract that's been gluten-free and has been completely nutrified for all 9 months. And then they continue that discipline throughout their life. So you can get the list of 10 bad foods for free on my website.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, so you need to stop eating those foods immediately. Also, I would walk very softly for the next 9 months around any other foods that are high in sugar. So fruit juice, fruit leather, concentrated fruit, honey, maple syrup, molasses, agave. I would just use those. I pretty much
don't eat those things.
Okay, great. So you need to continue to do that because,
what I'm curious about is, sorry.
Go ahead.
I eat a salad every day, and I make it with olive oil. Is that right? I really should not be having olive oil?
Yeah, isn't that funny? And I did a whole webinar about that, and the guy that invited you here can give you a link to the webinar that I did on oil. You can also listen to yesterday's radio program because I talked at length about in the first hour about the relationship between oil and health. And this is one of the biggest myths that's been populated in popular culture here is the notion that whole grains are healthy. They're not. And also that olive oil is a really great thing for you. It's not. And I go into detail.
How about coconut oil?
No, it's not good either. So our recommendation is complete abstinence from all oils. I know. It sounds crazy, but it only sounds crazy because that myth has embedded itself into popular culture. I mean, like years ago when everybody was okay with slavery, right, because they thought that blacks didn't have souls. Well, they were wrong. Well, it's the same deal. So, long story short, my recommendation to you, every month, 2 healthy blood sugar packs, 4 bottles of selenium. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. 2 healthy blood sugar packs, 4 bottles of selenium every month. The guy that brought you here will tell you how to take it. Call me back on week 3 with a report. I'm looking forward to it. Stick around, folks. More to come. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Boy, we are going crazy in the chat room, the live video feed. We've got lots and lots of questions. You know why? Because everybody is sick and suffering. Why is everybody sick and suffering? Because the only medicine that people have access to is MD-directed medicine, and MD-directed medicine only works for trauma, surgery when it's necessary, and a handful of infectious diseases. Thank God for the sterile technique. Thank God for Novocaine. Thank God for anesthesia. Thank God for morphine. Thank God for a handful of antibiotics, but that is it. You think everybody in this country is healthy, you have your flippin' head in the sand. Everybody's got like 6 different chronic diseases they've had for 10 years, and the MDs have let them down. They've let them down hard. Now, we had to finish up a little too quickly with Jackie with the blood sugar thing, but here's the deal. Right, what we recommend is foundation medical nutrition, boilerplate medical nutrition, and, you know, it's not hard. So in her case, because this is a blood sugar issue, ostensibly it's a blood sugar issue, that's what we believe. The recommendation is support and promote the structure and function of your body's ability to metabolize blood appropriately. Well, how do we do that? We give the body the nutrients it needs to have healthy blood sugar. It's that simple. This isn't complicated. So the recommendation for her, 1 healthy blood sugar pack and 2 selenium per 100 pounds of body weight per month, since she's, I think, 215 pounds. Then the recommendation is 2 healthy blood sugar packs and 4 bottles of selenium per month. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. Bada bing, bada boom. Garrick, maybe we got that name wrong. Garrick, maybe somebody from Montana, or Missouri. Hey, Missouri, welcome aboard. You are live.
Yes. I'm calling about a gastritis issue I've had for 10 months.
Yep.
And it happened right after I drank a buttload of alcohol.
Okay, how much is a buttload?
Let's say a 5-gallon carboy over a period of 4 days.
Yeah, okay. What kind of alcohol was it? What was it? Vodka?
I made it.
Oh, you made it. Okay, even better. Okay, so what happened?
Well, after that, I came home from work, and I started developing heart palpitations, and those have since gone, but I'm stuck with this severe gastritis, and they did an endoscopy on it and found bile reflux. And the doctor said that's what's causing it, and it's been with me for 10 months now. I've had joint pain, muscle pain, just all kinds of different symptoms that I'm now learning to be malnutrition.
Yeah, I know everything's malnutrition. I mean, when you dial it right down, I mean, it is. I mean, Linus Pauling, right, won the Nobel Prize twice. So one of his most famous quotes, you can trace every chronic disease back to a mineral deficiency. So we are not far afield when we say that it's malnutrition. And it's not specifically, that you're in Biafra and not eating enough calories a day. It's even if you're eating 3 square meals a day, the food that you're eating doesn't have the stuff your body needs. And then if you stress the body out extracurricularly, either with exercise or drinking a buttload of alcohol or whatever, something's going to break, right? And so now we're playing catch up and fix up. And, it's interesting. Alcohol, of course, is viewed by the body as a toxin, and the body attempts to deconstruct alcohol when it finds its place inside the body. But in order to deconstruct alcohol and detoxify it, the body needs nutrients to do that. Now, you don't have enough nutrients to do that in your food, so it's only a matter of time if you do too much alcohol for whatever reason that the body is not going to be able to detoxify all of it. So you're going to have now a toxin floating through your bloodstream, damaging whatever it damages, and then the body attempts to fix what was damaged. But guess what the body needs to fix what was damaged? Raw materials, which it doesn't have. So you need comprehensive, holistic medical nutrition support with extra emphasis here on the gallbladder and digestive tract, right? So, yeah.
Does calcium have anything to do with the gastritis?
Yes, calcium does have a lot to do with the gastritis, but calcium, given your history, right, calcium would be a major player. But in order to get the calcium to be uptaken by the body and to work most efficiently and effectively in the body, it has to be in a particular form, it has to be in a particular concentration, and you need all the cofactors present that the body uses to absorb calcium. So, and this really underlines our fundamental position here, which is the correct position, which we're the only ones talking about this in the whole flippin' world, man.
That's true.
It's true. There's 2 ways to give the body nutrients. You can give the body fractionated nutrition, where you give boatloads of calcium or boatloads of vitamin D or boatloads of vitamin C, like Charlie, right? Which is what most nutritionists do. That's what Linus Pauling did, intravenous vitamin C for that guy, for goodness sake. Or you can give holistic medical nutrition. Holistic medical nutrition is a superior way. It's a more sophisticated way. It's a more clinically effective way. So, yeah, man, you need calcium, but you need a lot more than that in order to bring it all home. What's your current body weight?
180.
All right.
I've got a few other things that are going on too that I had questions about, like the thyroid.
Yeah.
I've developed really like a cold sensitivity, and I've got flat veins that I've never had before that are painful in my arm.
That's interesting. All right, so great. So, well, I mean, no, I'm not great that you've got these things, but it really helps me to understand it, right? So, with stuff like this,
humor over 10 months.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. Otherwise, what's the alternative, right? So what we do here with a lot of problems that have, shown up quickly like this, and we can trace them back to a presumptive cause anyway, is they're all categorized as nutrient deficiencies. And so you're in exactly the right place, because what you need, and desperately so, is foundation, fundamental, holistic nutrition given in, the appropriate manner. So I am of the opinion that once you just give your body the 90 essential nutrients with a little extra digestive support, all of the things that you're bothered by are going to melt away slowly into the night, like watching ice melt in the springtime. I don't think you're going to need anything extra here to do. I think just this one comprehensive holistic program is going to carry the day for you. So here it is. Number one, you got to eliminate the 10 bad foods. And if you can't do that, then don't waste your money on these supplements, because they're not going to work.
I've pretty much done that.
Okay, great. So then the next step at your body weight would be, let me think this through. 2 healthy digestion packs per month, 2 healthy digestion packs per month, and 4 bottles of selenium a month. 4 selenium and 2 healthy digestion packs a month. That's it. Eliminate the 10 bad foods, and make sure you drink a minimum, in addition to your nutritional supplements, a minimum of 32 ounces of water extra a day, okay? You need to hydrate your body here, but more importantly than that, you need to nutrify it. And now the digestive enzyme that's part of the healthy digestion pack is super supportive for the gallbladder. It is super supportive for the gallbladder and also for the liver. Selenium also super supportive for the liver. And then, the whole thing gets rounded out with the calcium and the other 90 essential nutrients that are involved here. So eliminate the 10 foods, 2 healthy digestion packs, 4 bottles of selenium a month. And once you dial that in, man, you should start to see slow and steady improvement every couple of weeks. Do me a favor, why don't you call me back and give me a heads up on that every couple of weeks? Because this would be a really cool thing to track in real time on live radio. So call me back, man, and give me updates, and I'll look forward to that.
Alrighty. I was going to ask you another question. Would it be smart to take an extra calcium with that? I had one of the longevity associates say that take more calcium.
It never hurts. Now, it never hurts to do.
It'll hurt the budget, I'm saying.
Well, then you don't need it. Judd, you don't need it. Just do 2 healthy digestion packs for selenium. That's all that you need. No kidding. I want you to take 1 of the doses of calcium, however, immediately before bed. And make sure that the healthy pack that you get has the liquid calcium in it, not the powdered calcium. Make sure it has the liquid calcium in it, not the powdered calcium. And the guy or the longevity distributor that, hooked you up with this radio show will be able to tell you how to do that, okay?
So what's the difference between the two?
Absorbability, where I'm getting feedback from the field that for a certain percentage of people, not everybody, a certain percentage of people have a hard time absorbing the powdered calcium. There's some people that love it, and they get great results with the calcium. But whenever somebody comes to me on, this radio show, when we're doing like generic stuff for the masses, just in order to hedge my bet, I'm going to recommend everybody start with the liquid calcium. And then once they've gotten traction from that and they're getting improvement, if they want, downstream, they can switch to the powdered calcium and see if they get similar results. But I need to stack the deck on your behalf here, and the only way that I can do that is by making sure you start with the liquid calcium. Your body might be fine with the powdered calcium, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and hence the recommendation.
I had a chiropractor tell me I was intolerant to eggs and coconut and a couple of
Okay, so, yeah, all right. So that's kind of, I don't know how he made that diagnosis. Was that with kinesiology?
We did a 96 blood test or whatever.
Oh, you did? All right. So then you want to, in addition to eliminating the 10 bad foods, you want to eliminate the foods that you tested 3+ for on that test.
Okay, yeah, eggs and coconut and tomatoes was really high.
Yeah, so no eggs, no coconuts, and tomatoes for a minimum of 6 months.
Which really disappointed me because I love eggs.
Well, you can have quail eggs, you can have duck eggs, you can have goose eggs, because you're only allergic to chicken eggs. And that's an interesting distinction. So go to the Chinatown market, get some quail eggs, get some duck eggs, get some goose eggs. You can have eggs, just as long as it's not a chicken egg. And I think I just blew your mind a little bit there, but that's my intention.
Yes, you did.
All right, I got to move on, man. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you very much. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Got a little bit of time left here in this segment. Let's fly on out to Los Angeles and talk to Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I'm on the Healthy Start Pack, and the doctor said I had forgot. But anyway, it's hot flashes and mood swings.
Oh, yeah. So that's what, premenopause, perimenopausal symptoms, yeah?
Yeah, that. And it's not good.
Yeah, I know it's not good. It's horrible, right? So I'm going to tell you what to do to support your hormones, man. This is easy. Okay. You're going to love me. I tell you what, because that's just a horrible thing to deal with every day. No kidding.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, all right? 1 healthy brain and heart pack and 1 bottle of selenium per 100 pounds of body weight per month. 1 healthy brain and heart pack and 1 selenium for 100 pounds of body weight per month, and 1 extra bottle of Woman's Hormone Balancer. 1 bottle of Woman's Hormone Balancer per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and, believe it or not, a diet high. Hope you're learning something today, ladies and gentlemen. I learn something every day here, just from the feedback that I get from people. Let's finish it up. I think we left, California left us. California, if you're still listening, the last thing you need to do in order to support healthy hormone levels, regardless of your age, is eat a diet that's high in cholesterol. Because guess what? All of your sex hormones are made from cholesterol. That's what they are made from. So lots of eggs, lots of cheese, full-fat yogurt, full-fat milk, butter. Make sure you salt your food. Remember, fat does not make people fat. Calories make people fat. Fat does not make people fat. Calories make people fat. You're going to love how you feel. The Woman's Hormone Balancer is an awesome product, especially when it's taken on top of the 90 essential nutrients. Hey, Benjamin from New York is back. Let's see if we have a better connection. Hey, what's going on, Ben?
Yeah, I got a problem with my foot, with my toe. I got fungus on my toe. I have 4 questions, though.
Good shoot.
Yeah, first of all, I got fungus on my toe. What's the cause of that?
Too much sugar in the blood. It's faulty blood sugar metabolism is the main cause of chronic fungal infections in the foot. So you need to eliminate the 10 bad foods, and you need to support and promote your body's ability to metabolize blood sugar. We do that with 1 healthy blood sugar pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month.
Blood sugar pack.
Yeah, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. Yep.
Okay. What about my raising finger? Like I use the computers a lot, I work with the computers. Then suddenly my pinky fingers got, bent, So I went to the doctor. Then he kind of, straightened it up a little bit, but still, I still have pain in it still.
Yeah, that's because of a calcium and a magnesium deficiency. The ligaments and the tendons are starting to get funky because your body doesn't have the stuff it needs to relax the joints appropriately. So I would do, if I were you, to support your body, 1 healthy blood sugar pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and then 1 extra bottle of Cal Toddy, 1 bottle of Cal Toddy a month on top of that to help.
Cal Toddy?
Yeah, Cal like calcium, C-A-L. T like Thomas, O, D like David, D like David, Y, Cal Toddy a month.
Okay.
Yep.
What about the lack of sleep? My mother can't sleep at night properly.
Hard to fall asleep or hard to stay asleep?
She sleeps a little bit,
Hard to fall asleep or hard to stay asleep?
Hard to fall asleep.
That's not enough calcium, so she needs the Healthy Start Pack and 1 extra bottle of calcium, and if she takes 1 ounce of the calcium in a little bit of water or a little bit of orange juice immediately before bed, she'll sleep like a freaking baby.
Oh, 1 ounce of orange juice and 1 calcium?
Yeah, 1 ounce of calcium. Not a whole, about an ounce to an ounce. Or she can use water. But you need 1 ounce of calcium immediately before bed, the liquid calcium, and she'll sleep like a baby.
Okay, and 1 ounce of orange juice, right?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
What about pain in the foot? She has a pain in her kneecap.
Well, it's probably, a lot of things can cause that, right? But that's a bone. So when we think about that, we think about bone and joint support. And when we think about that, we think about extra calcium too. So in order to help anybody to have healthy bones and joints, the recommendation is 1 healthy bone and joint pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. That's going to have the calcium in it that she needs. You can get an extra bottle of calcium a month. That's what I would do. So I'd give her 1 healthy bone and joint pack and 1 bottle of Cal Toddy a month, plus, of course, eliminate the 10 bad foods.
Yeah, Dr. Glidden, when can you listen to this program back again, the recorded program? Tomorrow?
No, I'm not. That's a great question. You would think that I would know the answer to that. I'm pretty sure that the archives are available immediately after the show. But if they're not available immediately after the show, it's certainly within 24 hours. I should know the answer to that off the top of my head, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Or just to listen to the recorded for today's question and answers, right?
Yeah, you can. I believe at gcnlive.com you can access it immediately. And then we have the edited show notes a day later on drglidden.com. I appreciate you, Benjamin. I got to go. Keep up the good work, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had more time, but, time is a stream. I just go fishing in it. I am Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for turning on. Check Youngevity out. You don't know what you're missing. Next live event tonight for insiders only, 8 o'clock Central Time. Check it out on my website, drglidden.com. God willing and the creek don't rise. See you then. See you tomorrow. Until then, live long and prosper.